For more, we're joined by Baraa Shiban in London. He's a youth representative with the Yemeni National Dialogue. Good to speak to you. So since the uprising in 2011, all diplomacy has failed in Yemen. Will the formation of this council have an impact at all?
Well, I think it's no surprise, actually, that the Southern movement and a number of factions have been calling for a more broader representation within any negotiations. They felt that the action by President Hadi to dismiss the governor of Aden as a negative indication that they will have less representation, and therefore their ongoing demands will be less represented on the table whenever a new negotiations happen between the Yemeni government and the Houthi rebels. Now what they're seeking is to have a new political entity that they can claim is representative of a widespread majority of many southern factions that can represent them and have some role in any negotiations that will happen in Yemen. What I think we will be waiting to see is if the announcement today will mean that we no longer have just two sides negotiating, or we have now 3 or 4 sides coming forward to the table to discuss the future of Yemen.
And it is difficult to really understand the fight in Yemen. It's not just two-sided. The governor of Aden says he wants to reach out to the Saudi, but he's opposed to Hadi, who they support. So how can he really maneuver around that? And what about the Houthi-Saleh alliance?
I think right now it depends on the response of President Hadi and mainly the Arab coalition led by Saudi Arabia. How are they going to respond to this announcement today? Just before I come to you live, I heard that the President Hadi had a senior security and military meeting happening right now, and they are probably preparing for a response for the announcement today. This new entity could be part of the coalition of supporting President Hadi, or it could mean it has a new entity with its own demands. It all depends on how the Arab coalition and how the Yemeni president will respond and how will he react to the announcement today.
And what reaction are you expecting from the international community?
I find it still hard that the Arab coalition, because the Arab coalition still supports the Yemeni government. They are still in support. Their main fight is with the Houthi rebels, and right now there are talks about new discussions and negotiations that might happen in June. So I find it hard that even this new entity will be able just to surpass President Hadi. It's very hard to imagine, but I think there should be more representation, and I think this might happen. So what I think is more southern representatives will come forward to the table in any coming negotiations.
That's all the time we have. Thank you very much for joining us here on TRT World. Baraa Shiban, the youth representative with the Yemeni National Dialogue in London, there for us.